As a coach, these are the moments you dream of. We definitely weren't happy with how we performed the previous season. Along with a couple of awesome assistant coaches and a quality management group to complement a squad of players who were prepared to work harder than ever before, we wanted to make what some would think was impossible, possible. We were prepared to go to the bottom of the world to defend our line.
Outstanding from Taranaki.
This is how we became the 2023 Bunnings NPC champions. I guess for me, when I came back to Taranaki and presented to the board when I applied for the job, I actually wanted to make Taranaki proud, and I had to try and work out what that would look like. And so I guess it comes down to our identity as a province. Morning, team. Well, this is where all the magic happens. This is our portacom. Down the far end down here is my office desk. Ho lives in the corner here. Matty B, Sammy live in this corner. Rabs, he hasn't got a corner. He has to park up on the end of the table or on the couch. And when you come down the far end here, this is where we have our screen, and we do a lot of one-on-one work here, look at what other teams do, and our previews and reviews, and make our plans. So that's our humble abode. She does the job. So I guess at the end of the day, the last week leading into the season was a pretty massive week for us, because we were going down to Manaia to play a game on a ground that hadn't been used for untold years, and to reconnect with a community where our main sponsors and our most loyal sponsor, 2 Yarrows, are from, and they were celebrating 100 years in business. So it was a pretty special weekend. And on top of that, we wanted the players to see our theme 14 Peaks for the first time, which I've become very passionate about.
So our first game was Counties. Counties game was based around our club day, so local sponsor Cleveland sponsors all the kids a free ticket to the game. So we spoke about the importance of club day, how important our clubs are to us, and then also how we wanted to be examples for them and set the way, show them the way, and try and inspire our province, but also set up our season.
Our first week's game, Counties, our Storm week was Counties, and it's a team I've got a massive amount of respect for. They play with a lot of passion, they're big boys, and they're a pretty exciting crew when they get going. So they were our Everest, and we played them first and got through it.
Fantastic opportunity at set piece. Charging for the line. Kovelata, and they score. Excellent start for Counties Manukau, and it's that loose head who gets it. Taranaki happy to roll the sleeves up this time. They go right. Walden this time. And Walden scores.
Easy now, easy, boys.
Hey, Lennox goes again. Grinley, Perofeta. There it is for Potros. Breaking three. Gets it away too. And Jacob Rottevaita scores it.
From there, we had to, adopt what it was going to look like in the next 2 weeks. To be remembered that, like these guys, these mountains are all above 8,000 metres, and to go above 8,000 metres, you've got no air, and 1 in 4 people die up there trying to summit those mountains. It's pretty serious shit up there. But for us, the serious part about the year was like, we had to get our Storm week right. We weren't going there to just try and win 3 games. No one had ever won all 3 games in a Storm week before. We were actually going into the Storm week to try and get a bonus point in every game, come out with 15 points, and have broken the back of setting our season up. So that led us into the next 2 weeks against Northland and Manawatu.
Ball bobbles out. Jacob, way for Mehana, Grinley, Perofeta. And Stephen Perofeta applies for Taranaki.
Taranaki now Crowley. Out into the backs, Walden drops it, gets the pass away. Paniti straightens up, scores the try, under the sticks.
And it was pretty pleasing that we actually got across the line. It was hard work, but we managed to get 5 points in every game. And 1 week into the competition, we had 15 points in the bank, and it set us up.
Waikato was our 4th game up in Hamilton, which really put an icing on the cake after the big Storm week, 3 wins in Storm week. And then, so 4 wins from 4 in the season. We headed back home to play Bay of Plenty, which was probably one of the toughest games we played. Every single bounce seemed to go their way.
Good contact by the Taranaki open side. Here's an opportunity though, floating the ball wide. Noruhi Mugabe Black They're under advantage here as Carter sends it downtown. He's got all the skills, Carter, and he's going to score the tries, yes!
Leroy Carter had an absolute field day out there. It's like he had the ball on the string, and although we played well, Bob, well-coached team, just played outstanding and took the dub that day. After that, we went down to Canterbury to try and put our season back on track. We played some outstanding footy that day, a few missed opportunities. I think they got an intercept.
Potros intercepted by Punivai, they won't catch him. Nobody in sight of Ngani Punivai. Over the 22-metre line he goes, and under the sticks he goes for Canterbury.
And we missed the kick right on full time to ice the game.
Potros to put Taranaki back in front. Oh, shanks it.
It was a funny feeling after that. The boys were disappointed, but as a coaching crew, that was probably the game we knew that we could win the comp. Canterbury have been the benchmark for a long time, and I think most facets in that game we dominated that. And although we came away down on the scoreboard, it was definitely a game that we knew we could go all the way.
Canterbury maintain that narrow advantage, but momentum, Hugh Blake, is all with the Bulls.
After that, we shot back home and we played a tough Tasman team. And this game was definitely the most disappointing game of the season for me. We got physically dominated by a strong Tasman team, but it definitely wasn't us.
Very close, 1 metre out. Hotham, shot ball, Armour, you're not going to stop him from there. Peter Feta clears, it's been charged down, Signer has it, Signer's away, short. Last feet here. Hotham gets it out into the backs. Robinson going wide, here it is for Nankivell. Here's Tavatava Nawai, you bet he'll score in the corner.
And after that, after 3 losses on the trot, there was a bit of soul searching going on. The boys were under it, the coaches were looking at ways we could solve it, but the leadership group kind of took the bull by its horns and decided to have a bit of fun off field, cut back on a little bit of training that week, and the boys had a bit of a party and got on with it. And then going into the last game of the round, which was North Harbour, we had a lot of confidence after what we'd been through down south, and then that gutsy win against Auckland, having guys regain fitness and be back available, guys like Josh Lord and the like, Stephen Perapita. We put on a great performance against North Harbour at home. I think we put 50 points, on a pretty good Harbour team. So, that set us up and that put us into second going into the playoffs.
I thought we had a pretty reasonable build-up going into the playoffs. We really had to fight and scrap our way through the Auckland encounter, and I was really proud of how deep the boys dug to get through that. But then when we had North Harbour, I really wanted them to express themselves and show a lot of the hard work they'd put in during the year and their attack and their work ethic and their physicality around the breakdown. And yeah, it was a good lead-up. We fought our way through Auckland, but we trounced North Harbour. And then we hit Tasman at home in the quarterfinals, and yeah, they're a team that bullied us in the first round, and it's not something that sat very well with all of us. And I thought we went out there that day, and yep, that game was hanging in the balance in a couple of stages, but we got through it and got through it quite well.
Again, Robinson on target, 40 out, very good kick. And we are 10 apiece in the quarter. That's a big blow. Potros involved plenty already. Puts a wee kick over. He's got plenty of pace. Has he got the bounce? The grubber through the try. Brilliant. That is outstanding. Taranaki are through to the semi-finals of the Bunnings NPC.
And that led into Canterbury. So yeah, that game, my God, the last 15 minutes took forever. We're fighting to stay alive. And there were some pretty key moments in there in our defence where we just hung on like grim death and got past them.
Sliding down is Jacob. Oh, sets up some beautiful space for Slater. Gets the ball away. Magic from Taranaki. Lennox. Opening try of the semi-final. Poihipi, little short pass this time. Harmon, back for Poihipi. He's going to reach. He's going to score. Poihipi. And patience the key, discipline the key for Taranaki. Canterbury trying to hold up a line well. Rugby puts his hands on the ball. Curran blows it up from that side. Taranaki through to the final.
That led into into the final, and with Hawke's Bay beating Wellington, all of a sudden there was a realisation that we had a home final at Yarrow Stadium and how special that was going to be.
As Brad Webber leads his team out, they've played their last 3 games away from McLean Park, 2 in Wellington, in between a hard-fought quarter-final against Bay of Plenty. The roar going up already. For the 5th straight week, Taranaki run out in front of their home fans.
Finals are finals, and Hawke's Bay, all credit to them. My God, they came back at us, and then, you know, that's history now, but like the same thing against Canterbury, we had to hang on like grim death at the end.
Bolshier was there, Jacob, little shot of the ball and a half-back on the outside. Now Webber swings it to the left, Vissi there, smashing through the tackle of Jacob, and in for the try. And now Jacob senses a chance to open them up, gets the pass away, it's a beauty to Peter on the inside, Rono, what a try, what a great try, and Max. So into the last minute, they're going to get one last shot at it. The weight of history against them, Hawke's Bay. But there's still a shot. Can they steal it? Hawke and Taranaki, hold on. Sit! Big scrum from Taranaki, destroys them, and that's the ball game. Sure. They're celebrating like it is.
Well, they know it as the clock ticks down for its final 5 seconds.
Time is up. They just have to tap it and get it out, and the title is theirs.
To kick it out every time.
Well, pedal better, sends it into touch. Taranaki, the champions of the 2023 Bunnings NPC. And what jubilant scenes we have here.
But the crowd was unbelievable. Yeah, for me to walk out there and see that, wow. And I'm sure deep down they carried the boys through. So, pretty incredible night. Something the whole province won't forget, I don't think, and let's hope we can repeat it this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, your NPC winners for 2023, Taranaki